Hey guys, I'm Joe, and today we're going to go ahead and show you how to make just a real simple cheddar broccoli soup. Goes great in the fall or any other time you kind of want some comfort food. So we kind of have some of our ingredients already here. We got some shredded carrots. We had this actually grown in the garden, so we pulled that out this morning. We had some yellow onions, and we have some shredded cheddar cheese. This one is sharp. And we did it from the block, so it didn't have all that anti-caking agent on it, which tends to make it not melt so well. It calls for some heavy whipping cream. I found this on sale at Aldi's for like $4 for a quart, which is a really good deal. And then just some salt, pepper. We grew a bunch of broccoli in the garden this year, so I preserved that, cleaned it and froze it. So I took some of that out of the freezer and just kind of gave it a nice chop. It also calls for some all-purpose flour and have that already measured out. It called for chicken stock. So I just went ahead and opted for the vegetable broth that we canned earlier also this year. So I've already went ahead and melted the butter. So now I'm gonna go ahead and toss in my vegetables and get those softened up about 5 minutes. And we will get to the next thing. All right, so we got the butter all nice and melted in here. We are gonna go ahead and toss in our veggies. About 2.5, 3 cups of broccoli. Nice little sizzle happening there. Let's see, let's do these carrots, and you can use yellow onion or white onion. This one I'm using today is some white onion. And then you're gonna stir this up for about 5 minutes, kind of soften everything up. And after that, we are going to go ahead and add the broth and the cream, salt, pepper, any other herbs that you think you might want to add to it. You can go ahead and add it at that time. So, be right back. All right, guys, so it's about time to go ahead and start adding in our milk, our heavy whipping cream, and our broth. Now it says you're also supposed to add in flour for a little thickening. It says 1/4 cup, but I'm gonna go ahead and just use 1/2 of that and pre-mix it up with the heavy cream and the milk. Now I use whole milk, and the reason for that is just because I wanted it to be as creamy and thick, but not so thick that it's gonna stand up with a spoon. So I think we're ready. We'll go ahead and pour our 2 cups total into our mixture with our vegetables. I added about a teaspoon of garlic, just because I think that, I don't know, well, really, I just love garlic. And any chance I get to add vegetables or anything good into the food, the better, the more the better. All right. Also, one cool thing is about these mason jars is you don't need all the extra measuring cups, because if you take a look here, it gives you a cup here, 1.5 cups right here, and so on and so forth. So the recipe calls for 1.5 cups of broth. So let's go ahead and pour that in. And let's see, that looks there. That's just about right. Stir this in, and we'll add in some salt and pepper and move on to the next thing. All right, guys, so it's been about 15 minutes, and I went ahead and hit it with the immersion blender for about 2 minutes just to kind of cream it up a little bit. Turned off the stove, and now it's time to go ahead and add the 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. I use the sharp this time. You can use whichever one you choose. Maybe you've tried a different cheese. That would be cool to know. And so now all we have to do is just kind of stir it up a little and get that cheese melted. If it doesn't melt all the way, which it's pretty hot, so it should. One thing I like best about this is I think it's less than 30 minutes. Maybe right about 30 minutes if you include the chopping of everything. I have a cool little chopping device that I just bought. I saw it on somebody else's YouTube channel, and I'm like, I need to make my life easier. So when my husband's not here, he loves to chop vegetables. I just need something easier. So I'll go ahead and post that. But hey, if you guys have any comments or questions, or maybe you have some tips that you've used when you're making your cheddar broccoli soup, go ahead and post them in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And well, as always, this is where the good things grow. Talk to you soon. Bye.